Hey guys, I'm back. I have had one heck of a June and I'm married now. Thank you guys for being patient with me while all this stuff happened in the MLM world. I didn't get a chance to cover it. My name is Chelsea. Welcome back. Welcome if you are new, all those things. And let's get started by talking about this insanely huge spit show that is going on with Monat. This is me recording a little bit later, and I realized that there's lipstick on my teeth throughout that entire first half of this video, so sorry about that. It's all cleared up. The second half of the video won't have my lipstick. Okay, so the Urdaneta family that owns Alcor and Monat, Alcora, whatever the hell it's called, that's the bigger company that owns Monat. Daddy Monat, we'll call him that. I actually think CC Suarez said that first. I like it, so we're gonna say it. He went on Instagram Live and basically talked crap about all the former leaders in Monat, which is messed up because they have done so much for that company. I understand they're not for that company, not with Monat anymore, but like, bro, if you're like a leader, you're like the CEO of a company, that's not really good representation and that doesn't really reflect well on you. Not only did he say that they were crappy leaders and all and such terrible things, he also mentioned allegedly that they were baptized in. So that's cool. Probably maybe you need to like beep that out so that way I don't get demonetized or something. But anyways, that video is in Spanish and it is all over the internet now. I know Julie Anderson has it on her channel, just completely uncut. She downloaded it and posted it. Feel free to go check it out again. It is all in Spanish. A lot of us have been trying to translate it to help each other communicate and then make sure things weren't lost in translation. But that's how we know some of the things that have been said. It's wild. I thought it was quite interesting that after all this happened, so this happened like, it's been like 5 days, right? And none of the current leaders in Monat have even mentioned it. Ignorance is bliss for them. I mean, obviously we know there's no way that they don't know about this, but it totally blows my mind that they're not even addressing it. All they're doing is going hard on their stories to just recruit people. So there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. First, we're going to go into Christina Smallwood's stories. That way you guys can really see what's going on there. They're still going hard. We're going to go through it real fast. Then I want to show you guys what Jay, Tony's husband, the first Monat market partner ever, obviously all that drama with her happened and then she got, kicked out of Monat and all that stuff. So her husband got on Instagram Live and talked a lot about it. So I really think his opinions are interesting. We're going to go over what he said, and then I have one final thing to show you guys after all of it, and it's something that Sarah Hill posted, and you guys are going to get a kick out of this. Just to also, before we keep going, everything that has been said in this video and everything that will be said in this video, all my opinions based on my experience and the things that have been on the internet. I'm forming my opinions based on those things. And please do not go and harass these people. They are all public figures. I say this on every video. Please do not attack these people. Let's go. Christina Smallwood says, 7 years ago, I decided to take the leap in the online selling world and partner with a beauty company. As a professional stylist of 15 plus years, I love my job and I hated that I felt like I had to choose between being a present mom and having a successful career. Interesting words to say because a lot of people that are in MLMs are not really present mothers, in my opinion, because they just spend their whole time on their phone and less with their kids. Maybe it's not the case every time, but it feels a lot like that. She says, I saw these girls on Instagram doing it and they were making money with their kids by their side. So you're working with your kids by your side. See how there's like no like actual like being present with your kids. It got me curious, but I believed I didn't have the option to add more to my plate without taking away from my current income. Every dollar I made was already allotted towards a bill/payment. Once I encountered my first few clients who tried the products, I witnessed their real life results and I thought, I'm going to try it for myself. And then she says she fell in love with it after her third wash and decided to give it a shot with no monthly cost or need to carry inventory. I thought, why not? I can share links, no problem. There is a monthly cost. The only reason Monat gets away with saying that there's like no monthly cost or monthly minimums is that your PV, like your personal volume, can go from your personal purchases or your customers' purchases. So if you don't reach that required minimum to maintain your rank, then you would probably purchase a bunch of stuff in order to maintain that rank. And that's what a lot of people do. That's what I did, so I know that's a thing. And it says, I felt like I was actually able to be in control of something and grab the bull by the horns of our lifestyle. Okay, sure, there's your story. Now, 7 years later, it has not only been the answer to my prayers, but so many who have partnered with me. Literally, where else can you spend $199 and turn it into a stream of income and get an amazing discount on bomb beauty products? What I think is funny that on the first slide, she didn't mention that you had to pay $200 to buy in or whatever. So, but obviously they're going to be like, well, you get $200 worth of product or whatever. So it's whatever. The products aren't that great, in my opinion. So then she says, congratulations, you've qualified for the motor club. And she shows these $5 million clubs. So look at all these things. Yeah, sure, they're not like income claims, but like also it's definitely very much gives the illusion that anybody can do this. And so she's flaunting this stuff today after the owner of the company, the CEO's father, said that the former leaders were baptized in. Like, how are we so ignorant and then still trying to get people to join this? So then she shows all more emails of her paychecks. Getting paid 5 times a month in 10 different ways has been the coolest thing. You don't get, okay, let's see the list of 10 ways. Sell products, personal sales bonus, VIP acquisition bonuses, product pack bonuses, smart start bonuses, matching bonuses, unilevel team bonuses, rank advancement bonuses, group volume bonus, and generation bonus. Now we could just break those things down into 2 things. You make money from selling stuff, and then you make money from recruiting people, because the only way to get those things is to do those 2 things. The majority of these things, sell products, like that's one thing, and the rest of it has to do with your team either selling things, so you can't make those bonuses without a team, therefore you can't make those bonuses without recruiting. So we could go on and on and on about how Monat is kind of, actually a pyramid scheme and not an MLM. To each their own if you think it is an actual business, but I do not think so. The point is, she's still trying to tell people how easy it is to make money in this, what I think is a completely failing business. She says it's pretty simple business and you can earn while you learn, so it doesn't take a ton of time. Which is it? Because later it's like the more time you put into it, the more money you'll make. I actually think she says that in these slides. Everyone you know already washes their hair, so you're not educating them on a new routine or product they need. That's not true. Yes, everybody washes their hair, but the whole point is, like, the reason that so many people actually find success when they're using the Monat products is because before they were just using like a shampoo and conditioner at the drugstore. So this is the first time these people are experiencing an oil or a leave-in treatment, or, all the extra things like a mousse for their curls. So a lot of people aren't using all these extra things. They don't have a full hair care routine and they've never spent this much money on hair care. So whether the products work or not is definitely, each person's experience is different. But the point is, the majority of people feel like their hair feels better because they actually finally have a structured hair care routine. So of course your hair is going to feel better. To continue, you'll buy your product pack, which is your only required product purchase, and then you can share about your experience. The pack comes with samples that you can let friends and family and coworkers try. There's no monthly cost or requirement to carry inventory. Again, we can go back to what I said earlier. There is no formal monthly cost, but they always, when there's new products, you got to be a product of the product. You got to try it all. And then if you aren't an active market partner and you haven't made your 200 PV, then your upline will ask you to purchase something, even if it's for them. My upline would have me make purchases under myself with her credit card, so that way I would meet my PV and be active, so that way she could maintain her rank. So yeah, whatever's required or not, if you aren't an active person, you won't take any of your commissions home, and like you'll lose after so long, like you lose the discount and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. As you talk with people for them to get the products, that kind of doesn't make sense. You can utilize all of your resources and text me as you need support to help navigate conversations and product recommendations. You are not alone. And then she sends more things showing that more people are partnering with her, like today. Now we don't know, there's no dates on here, so I don't know if these are actually like legitimate, but it's definitely her creating that FOMO and other people are doing it. So you should definitely join me. And she says, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Let's have some fun and make some money. And then this is my favorite thing to go into. So again, completely ignoring all the crap that has been going on with Monat, all the negative stuff, in addition to the recent video that's been posted, she goes into say, what are the top, and she's talking with ChatGPT of all things, which is so funny. What are the top 5 reasons people say no to direct sales? And then she says fear of rejection, skepticism about legitimacy, because yeah, pyramid scheme, time commitment. People may believe that they don't have enough time to dedicate. And then financial risk, concerns about the initial investment required to join. Yes, because some people don't have that. And it's funny that they say, well, if you don't have the $200, then you need this more than anybody. But no, that's absolutely not true. Do not let people sucker you into an MLM by saying that. And then lack of sales skills. Some individuals feel they lack the necessary skills and experience. And then that's when they say, well, you learn while you earn. And then she feels the need to say skepticism about legitimacy. Direct sales can sometimes be associated with pyramid schemes or scams, leading to skepticism about the business model's legitimacy. I definitely knew there was opportunity in network marketing, but I thought it was only for people who got in at the right time. With Monat, there is no monthly purchase commitment, so where is the scam? We already went over that. You buy products for $149 and get a big discount, so you can spend $0 a month and make commissions off of their site. Kind of feels like we are scamming Monat. No, that's not true. Because if you want to qualify for the commissions, your PV has to be $200. So if you don't sell at least $200 a month, then yeah, if they want to make that part seem more legitimate, your personal sales shouldn't go to your PV. Like, it shouldn't be either or, it should only be your sales. But regardless, to make those rank advancement bonuses that she's talking about that help you make money, make more money, and like climb to the top of the pyramid scheme, you have to recruit people and you have to have a team. That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to make enough money for this to be a sustainable business and to live the lifestyle that they are flaunting. Later on in her story, she talks about how their family just got a brand new Porsche. Like, girl, calm down. She says, I've out-earned my uplines and I've had my team out-earn me. So it's really an equal opportunity, unlike traditional corporate sales model. That's also not true. I mean, there are actually a lot of jobs where if you're like just a salesperson, you actually are like out-earning like your managers and people above you. So that actually can happen in sales. For this, like, they say that people can out-earn you, but you benefit, you get bonuses when they get those bonuses. So like, you'll get matching bonuses for certain things. The whole comp plan is insane. And put a pin in that, how ridiculous it is to explain that comp plan, because Jay's gonna say something that we really need to connect to that. Time commitment. Listen, I started busier you are, the busier you are, the statistically more successful you'll be. I had 3 jobs when I started and a very full plate, and actually said multiple times, I don't have time to really run with it. Turns out you don't need time, you need people. And it's a link you can send to anyone you meet anywhere. Opportunity. So which is it, time or people? So are we recruiting, or are you saying that if you don't have a big network, you won't be successful? So it only works if you have a big network, or like, which one is it? Because she seems to say both things all the time, that you don't have to have a big network to be successful. And then here she's saying that, and then like, the busier you are, the statistically more successful you'll be. So the busier in the company, or it's a very vague sentence and I don't like it. And then the financial risk. This was definitely the first thing my husband asked. How much is your new little business going to cost us this month? He was pleased to learn that it's $0 a month. No inventory required. It's really just about being the middleman between customers and the products. Don't they say that you should go through somebody who's in a network marketing company because it's their own business and it's eliminating the middleman? And it's funny that she's like, you're just the middleman. Like, what? Can we pick a team, please? $149 and a 30-day money back guarantee, so no risk. And by the way, that 30-day money back guarantee is like totally not real. So I had a customer because she was like, fine, if it's a 30-day money back guarantee, I guess I'll try it. So she tried it, didn't like it, went to return it. So you have to pay to return it. And then based on the weight, when they get it, they choose how much money they're actually going to send back to you. They don't send you the full amount back. So then you would have to, make claim it on your bank and go through that way and be like, this is a total scam. They said I get my money back. They don't, blah, blah, blah. So that was something I just also want people to keep in mind, that if you're like, oh, sure, it's a 30-day money back guarantee, so I'll give it a shot, you're going to have to pay to ship everything back. And then if it's used, you're not going to get the full amount back. So it's stupid. Lack of sales skills. Welcome to the club. I got laughed at by my husband because I couldn't even have an adult conversation about the bank with someone before. What I knew was if the other people could do this, so could I, and I was desperately in need of a way to make money, so I did everything else. Just like you can learn how to play a board game, you can learn how to do this business. No experience, no problem. You just need the desire to try. And then somebody else joined her and said, welcome another business partner in the comfort of their own home while doing everyday life. Steph wants to enjoy the discount on the products, but is open to the idea of selling if she loves them, and she's talking to people about it. I love that for her, and I'm excited to support her however she needs. So that's what's going on. And it's just so like cringy that I don't know if I hate that word. I feel like it's overused. But the fact that all this is going on behind the scenes, and then you have top leaders like Christina Smallwood and Salvage Soul and Sarah Hill really kind of just pushing it. And this one is a post by Salvage Soul. Speaking of her, I wanted to read this one too. It is a real, her kids' faces aren't in it, and I'm kind of too lazy to blur them out. And so I'm just going to read you the caption because that's the important part. I still can't believe this place we call home is the place we used to vacation. So grateful. If you want to know more about this business, you can build from whatever destination you desire. Comment opportunity. So that was 5 days ago, the same day that the CEO owner of Monat had said those things. So just the whole ignorance is bliss. Now maybe she posted an hour before. Still, it's disgusting, and it's a really awful lifestyle claim. And like income, like a kind of income claim, I guess. Definitely a lifestyle claim though, that she's saying like, we used to vacation here and now it's our home. Now we can afford all this, blah, blah, blah. She is like the worst at that. She always talks about her huge garage and her huge house and how they built it and all that. And it's all because of Monat, when she was somebody who was actually very successful before Monat. And so I don't like that lie. I hope you guys are still with me. So I know I'm talking fast. I don't want this video to last forever, and this is going to take a minute to get through everything. And the funny thing is this is really just like the surface level of what's going on right now in Monat. Anyways, my camera died at the very end of that, which is okay, because now we're going to move on to what Jay, Tony's husband, says about the whole CEO of Monat kind of trashing previous leaders in the company. So let's go ahead and start now and see what he has to say.
Hey everybody, it's good to see y'all again, and I hope that y'all had a great 4th of July and that you're enjoying the weekend. There's been a lot of things going on over the past few days, and I've had a lot of you reach out to ask me my opinions on things and stuff, so I figured, hey, let's talk about it. Yeah, crazy couple days in the Monat world. And I'll be honest too, I was a little reluctant to talk about it just because, now it's in the rearview mirror, right? It's the past. And
Yeah, but why wouldn't you?
I'm,
Why wouldn't you talk? I accidentally muted it instead of paused it. Oh. But why wouldn't you talk about it? Because it just kind of proves that you guys were right. I mean, realistically, everybody that has quit has been saying that they thought about it for months before actually quitting or getting fired or whatever.
loving where we're at right now, but it has weighed on my heart too, because I saw the video and Thursday night, and my gosh, I don't know how you get back. How do you recover from something like that? So my biggest overwhelming feeling right now is gratitude and thankfulness that I'm not part of that company
Can I
anymore.
playback
I can't
speed
imagine what it would have been
faster?
like
No, I
waking
can't.
up yesterday to all the questions about what's going on, what was said, what did he mean, all that stuff. And, I do know for one thing that the people that were attacked on that video were leaders in that company and they're leaders in their new company. They don't need me to defend them, but Isabel Sanchez and Bianca Olson, they were leaders. I mean, there's no question about it. And
It definitely really does suck that it's like they knew exactly who he was talking about, and just the things that they said. It is nice that, they're coming to defense, but it's also comes off a bit of like an I told you so, though I'm sure he's not meaning it like that. But I really hope that there are more people that decide to get out of Monat after they see that, and hopefully they don't end up in another MLM and end up in Amari with these two. But it's just crazy.
they were also a couple people that Tony and I were always proud of. They were that new generation that came in a few years after us, and we were always proud of them. They were on stage. They were, very visible in the company. So to come back and say after you had them at your events and after you did all that, and then all of a sudden they're not leaders, that's kind of gross, right? And it made me think a lot about what's happened over the past year because, after Stuart McMillan left, the company lost literally its moral compass. And it hasn't been such a great year without Stuart around. And now here we are a couple months after.
Still surprised that there weren't like more red flags that kind of happened when Stewart left in the first place, because they're saying that it was like going downhill. But I know, just even based on what people have said, it was going downhill before then, which is clearly why Stewart had left, in my opinion, obviously.
We were terminated, and now you're seeing all these other people leave, all those directors and all those leaders, true leaders that saw a vision for their future that didn't include money. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with leaving when you see a better version of your future than the one that you have right now? I mean, isn't that the way the professional world always works? I mean, I was an engineer in Chicago for almost 20 years, and I worked on huge projects. I've been out of that since 2000, almost 15, and well, almost 2016, excuse me. And I still get calls from people. Hey, remember that project we were working on? Can you give me a letter of reference? That's the way of the world. And I worked on multi-billion-dollar projects. The last project that I was on was a $1.5 billion roadway project. But that's what you do. People go on to the next project that.
I do want people to kind of take that into account. I appreciate that he says that just even MLMs aside, that just in the professional world, that when you leave a place, like, there are a lot of companies out there that don't appreciate growth, and they're afraid of you leaving, and they don't promote you and stuff like that because they're afraid you're going to leave. And the thing is like, you're going to leave anyways because you're going to want more. And you should be the type of leader that would be proud to watch your team grow because you helped that person do that. That's just like a total side note in general, that this guy is doing nothing but shaming the people, not him, but the Urdaneta family. They're just shaming the people that have left and then continued to be great leaders. I say that with a grain of salt because they're in MLMs, but continue to move on to be, these top leaders in these other companies.
Best suits them. Now, I remember when I was with a company and I had a great job, and I went to my next firm. I went to Millhouse Engineering, and I think I was employee number 6 or 7, not positive. And I went there specifically for a project. And that's the way the professional world works. You give someone a pat on the back, you congratulate them for their success, and that's what you do. And when you don't do that, what are you afraid of? What are you ultimately afraid of when you have to disparage these people that were a part of your company and were adding value to it? What does that say about you when you attack them? So they were a leader when you had them on stage, but now they're not because they chose to leave you.
It's so true. It's just like how like narcissistic and selfish, and obviously I'm not diagnosing anybody with that, but that type of behavior where it's kind of like you're nothing without this company. You were great when you were with us, but now you're nothing because you left. Like, ugh, yikes. Tell me you're a cult leader without telling me you're a cult leader.
That feeds into the bad side of network marketing. That feeds into the bad side that everyone's been talking about Monat for the past couple of years. And it's not fair to these people that are leaving to try and make it about how bad they were. We're glad they're gone. That's ego driven leadership 101. And that's what no one wants to be a part of. And a few weeks ago, there was those comments going around that people were leaving network marketing companies because they didn't have all the information. Well, there's the information. And again, that information is a fundamental lack of trust. If you are going to go on a live video playing We Are the Champions for 5 minutes and then go on a rant for another 45 minutes about how all these people aren't real leaders, what does that say about you?
It just I like that he does really break down a little bit more of what he said. Just so that way we can kind of understand what that live was about. So Jay's video here actually is just really helpful in seeing what was said, and it's like you said, it's just very egotistical, and to say that these people were terrible, and when while they were in the company they were walking across the stage and so many good things were said about them. It's just like it again, it's just like insanely culty to me.
Now, I remember something in Sienna Luis's book, Rebel Leadership. Highly recommended, by the way. You should all read it. And he talked about, Tony being one of the first market partners, and how hard they tried getting, ads out to attract more market partners. And he said Tony came from another network marketing company. Tony came from another network marketing company. He said that in his book. So why was it okay for her to come to Monat from another company, but it's not okay for anybody in Monat to go to another company?
And the thing is, I don't even think that it was about anybody leaving the company. It's about what the company became and then why they left the company. And it was like, oh shit, all our secrets are getting out and people are realizing like that the things that the anti-MLM community have been saying about this company are absolutely true. And what's worse is then you go and do something like that just to further put the nail in the coffin that it really is a cult, like, I want to say industry because it is full industry wide, but it's really like showing how bad Monat specifically has become, however you want to say it. That's, at least from my perspective, that's what it seems like.
That logic is just fundamentally, it doesn't make sense. And I'm going to give everybody my worldly best 56 years of advice I got for you. You're going to want to write this down. If something takes more than 2 sentences to explain, it's a fucked up situation that you shouldn't be involved with.
I like that he says this and then doesn't realize how complicated it is that for these people to explain how you make money. They're like, you can make money 10 ways. And it's like, one, it's 2 ways, and it should be simple, but it's not, because it's, you make a uni level bonus. What the hell does that mean? And you get a ranking bonus. Well, then how do I rank up? And all the things that actually go into any MLM comp plan. You cannot explain it in 2 sentences. Not even with the new one that they're in now. It just, you can't. Like, literally, like, MLM compensation plans are so layered for absolutely no reason. Yeah, sure, you could break it down and say you make money by either selling or recruiting, but they don't tell you that, even though it kind of is that simple. They want to tell you exactly how to make your $500 bonus, exactly how to make your $50 bonus, and they give you all those crazy details because those are the things that make you feel. They break it down so it sounds easier, and so it sounds like recruiting isn't where you make the majority of the money, because if you broke it down that simply, you would see that recruiting is where you make more money, and then it would be quite obvious that it is a pyramid scheme like structure, in my opinion.
A relationship. Can you define your relationship with your partner in 2 sentences or less? Life isn't complicated. We make it complicated. We're going through that era of Monat right now where everything is really hard to explain. Did the products change? Yeah, a lot of people think they did. Can you explain all that in 2 sentences or less? No. Can you explain the commission plan in 2 sentences or less? Well, I thought I could back when it was over 50%, and now it's someplace around 45%.
No, that's also not true, because it's always been a sliding scale when it came to like the certain discounts and stuff, and it's just, oh, there was something else that I was going to say about that, but I think it's so funny that he does mention the comp plan saying that it's easy, because it's truly, truly not.
But we that and all the information. Well, there's the information. And again, that information is a fundamental lack of trust. If you are going to go on a live video playing We Are the Champions, hard they tried getting ads out to attract more market partners. And he said Tony came from another network marketing area. You're going to want to write this down. We make it complicated. If something takes more than 2 sentences to explain, it's a fucked up situation that you shouldn't be involved with. A relationship. Can you define your relationship with your partner in 2 sentences or less? Life isn't complicated. We make it complicated. We're going through that era of Monat right now where everything is really hard to explain. Did the products change? Yeah, a lot of people think they did. Can you explain all that in 2 sentences or less? No. Can you explain the commission plan in 2 sentences or less? Well, I thought I could back when it was over 50%, and now it's someplace around 45%, but we don't actually really know because they lied about that. And the senior vice president lied to us on a call when he said that it had never been over 50% in like years. Okay, great. What's the direction of the company? Can anybody give me the direction of the company in less than 2 sentences?
I think the biggest thing with Monat too is, I know he's like really like nailing in this 2 sentences thing, but to be like, nobody can answer any of it. Like, they probably only have like one sentence to say, and the sentences I don't know, because Monat, just realized how far away that microphone is from me, but Monat's transparency is just not there. Like, they're not giving anybody answers, and they're just acting like telling their market partners to do what they've always done, and then it's lying to former, current, and now I guess not lying to the new people. But they're even saying, because I saw a video on TikTok about, there was an ingredient in one of the Monat products that actually isn't up to EU standards, and it's not allowed to be used in products, and it's used in one of the Monat products. Now, maybe that Monat product is not available in the EU, and again, this is just speculation, and this is just what I saw on the internet. It's what has been alleged to me, not to me specifically, but to the internet. And then I'm seeing like people like Sarah Hill and Salvage Soul and all that stuff, like they're talking about how all of their ingredients are EU passing. So it's like there's too much double speak, and I don't know if they just don't know, and then now you're selling something that you know nothing about, or if they're being told one thing and it's another. So the point is that nobody, I feel like nobody even knows the answer, and then if you do know the answer, you're a real shitty person for continuing to recruit people. So it's like point you're either you're either stupid or shitty. Like I you know,
I don't know. It's just overly complicated and it didn't need to be that way. So my overriding provision.
maybe I should take away that stupid comment. But the only reason I said that is because it's coming from a lot of people that are like, do your own research when clearly they haven't done theirs. That's why I wanted to say that. I just felt like I needed to clarify. So, I'm not trying to be a mean girl, but sometimes people are just dumb.
Thought about what has happened over the past couple days is this sadness. It never had to be that way. And I'm also sad for all these people that are getting the Monat tramp stamp tattoos and whatever else the hell they're doing, and all the lifers.
You guys, is that a thing? A Monat tramp stamp tattoo? Send me somebody send me links of somebody who has one of those, because what the F? What in the cult? Oh my god.
Really? Let's back that up for a second, because you're not an employee. You're a 1099 distributor. Sealer Weiss mentioned that in his book too, that they decided to come up with the term market partner for distributors. That's all anybody is in a network marketing company, is a distributor.
So then you don't own your own business? Does he realize like the double speak that's going on? Because then him and Tony are gonna be like, start your own business with Amari, and you don't own your own business. You're just a contractor for a bigger company. Let's see if he realizes that going forward with the company that him and Tony are actually involved in now. If they start spouting out, start your own business with us, that's not what you're doing, and he even admits it right here. So just things to keep in mind watching them move forward in the other company.
You get a 1099, you're not an employee of the company. If you choose to become a business owner, an LLC or whatever, however you choose to do that is up to you. But you are not an employee of the company. You have a distributorship agreement. That's what the market partner agreement is. It's just a distributor agreement. And they decided that they didn't want us to be a distributor anymore. So there you go. We're not a distributor anymore. But then you get rid of.
You're not an employee, but you've signed a contract that you have to abide by with those rules. You have no control over anything that you would if you owned your own business.
Us, and then the next day you attack us in a 2-page email out to all the directors about why your decision is valid and all the things that we did. Oh, why did you have to do that? Why wasn't it just your decision to get rid of us? And that's that, and everybody goes on their merry way. So this whole thing right now about attacking people that are leaving and stuff and things, it's nonsensical. It's just pathologically stupid. And it's creating an era and an aura of mistrust that they're not going to be able to recover from. And that makes me sad too, because there's still a lot of people that I know and love and respect that are in that company. My hope is that seeing the past couple of days through the eyes of the owner.
I mean, I hope you're not respecting the people that are still recruiting into this after seeing everything that's going on and seeing more and more and more just shitty things happen. That shows that this company is not moral, and they don't care about you. Like, yikes. And then you're gonna like you want to bring more people into that? Like, what is wrong with these market partners
of the company, that maybe that gives them a moment to pause and reflect on where the company is going and what their true value is in the eyes of the company. Because let's be honest here, right? Yeah, Tony and I made what, $15 million there? We made them a hell of a lot of money too. There was a mutually beneficial arrangement. And that's all we were, was distributors. So as we come through
So what you're saying is every relationship you've made in Monat is very much transactional. Um, just just think about it. Think about it. Literally, if you are out here and you come across this video because somebody is trying to recruit you into Monat in 2024, please watch. Please, please. I hope you found some value in this and you understand what the heck is going on. Now, granted, you probably didn't make it this far into the video, but if you did, congratulations, and I'm hoping you don't join.
This right now, I'm telling you, like I said, I'm just grateful that I don't have to
Congratulations,
make
and I'm
up
proud of you.
excuses for somebody. I don't have to gaslight them that it was some sort of fault of translation or something. I heard it. I saw it. We all know what was said. And
Yeah, there were a lot of comments. He says that because there are a lot of comments on that video, were a lot of comments on that video that, oh no, it was just lost in translation. And so everybody that is like in Monat is defending what he said, saying it's lost in translation. But all the Spanish speaking people that are coming to our anti-MLM community videos and that have watched this video, there is no loss of translation. That is what he said, and it is disgusting.
it just reinforces how grateful I am and how relieved I am not to be there anymore, and how proud I am of Tony for what she's done in just the past month, and the other people that have left, and Kendall Weldon, and Samantha Kelly, and all these people that have left the company and are doing great, and Jimena, and they're going to pharmacy, they're going to Elevata, they're going to LifeWave. We went to Amari. We can all work together. We can all be the entrepreneurs that we always said we were, and truly be the entrepreneurs that we want to be, and all work together. Not everybody is going to want, what I have to offer them or what Tony has to offer them. But there's other companies out there that we can recommend to our friends, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, be real. You're not going to recommend them to other companies. You're going to want them to join your team. And are they really going to join anybody else? No, they're probably going to join you because they trust you. I know. I feel like this whole thing, it's like I'm on his side, but I also like hate some of the things that he's saying.
Or if someplace along the way we decide to do what Connie and Phil Sanchez did. Phil's taking over the LifeWave side of their business, and Connie's doing Aleveda. And it's just amazing to me that Monat is afraid of that level of, how should I word that, cohabitation, right? What's there to be afraid of? Why does it have to be exclusive? Why can't you work with another network marketing company? People do it in the real world all the time. Insurance companies work with other insurance companies. Car dealerships work with tire companies and things and stuff. Well, it's all a car, right? They're all selling the car, but it just goes together. It's a big world. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of things to offer. Let everyone work together. What are you afraid of? That just makes no sense to me. So
Because their comp plan isn't clear and people are realizing they weren't getting money they are actually owed. That's what they're afraid of. Allegedly.
the last month has been like a breath of fresh air because we're building a new team. We've done it before. We'll do it again. We're so proud of everybody in our organization that has come on board with us. Yeah, some of them decided that, hey, you know what? I want to try something new. Some of them, they had never done this before. And so I'm grateful for all those people that we've been able to connect with, and all the people that are on our side of this right now, making this probably one of my favorite months of the last 10 or 15 years. Money was okay in the beginning. It was still a little, wasn't my cup of tea for a while.
I love that he admits that, and I think that's really interesting that he says that it was kind of, weird in the beginning. Like, yikes.
But now that we're doing what we're doing, and we're able to truly, be ourselves and work with other people and teach and coach and train like we always wanted to, it's fantastic, and I love it. And I see there's a lot of comments in that. Yeah, I know he deleted it. But it still exists out on the internet. Anybody that wants to watch it can watch it.
Again, it is on Julie Anderson's channel. She is back and back with a vengeance. And I love it. I'm here for it.
If you want to add a comment, you should wait until after the video's over, because these are all going to get erased. And yeah, right, Steph? It's all over the internet. I mean, it's crazy. But like I said, we're moving on. We've all moved on. And that's my biggest takeaway from all of this, is that it's been a great thing to move on from. It's not worth it. It's not worth it trying to have these kind of conversations with somebody. I'm referencing that if I was still, and Tony and I were still with the company, how do you say, oh yeah, well, there was some miscommunication. You know what? It was just in the translation. He didn't mean it. He meant it. I've heard him before. He meant it. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but
it's fine, Jay. Most of us have the same opinion, and I don't think you're wrong about this one.
I've heard him talk like that. We were in a meeting in the Caymans in 2020. Not to that level of vitriol, but pretty close. So I have no doubt that what was said was, in the moment, what needed to be said from his heart to everybody else. But like I said,
no, I don't think we need to give this guy grace. Like, I think it's okay to just be like, no, that's not okay.
I am just grateful that I don't have to defend that. No one should have to. I'm grateful that I don't have to explain it. I'm grateful that I don't have to try and figure out what he actually meant. 'Cause I don't care. I honestly don't care. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just really happy with where we're at. I'm really happy that I see so many familiar faces working with now. And it gives me and Tony such great joy and such pleasure to be at this next phase. It's fantastic.
Hi friends, good morning. Happy Saturday.
Thanks again, everybody out there, for watching, and thanks for all the comments on all the videos that I've done over the past several weeks. Y'all are amazing. I'm lucky. I always say it. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have so many amazing people that I've connected with over my life. And it's just really great to be able to have these kind of conversations with people and talk about some of these mutually shared experiences. Network marketing doesn't have to be a horrible thing. Our experiences can guide us. Our experiences can be used as education. And that's where I'm at right now. And I am just so happy that everything has worked out the way that it has. And I really hope that everyone watching was able to spend a great day with their family. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Just thank you so much for taking the time, and love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend.
It's funny that he said we can use our experiences and network marketing doesn't have to be bad. But the thing is, network marketing is really, shady, in my opinion. It's really scammy, and 99% of people lose money. They don't make money. So he might have made his 15 million. He might have made 15 million and whatever, but it's not like that for everybody, where we can't just be like, well, it doesn't affect me anymore, it's not my problem, and I'm just going to move on. Because for some people, like, the amount of money that they've lost is devastating. So I'm here to, talk about my experience and hopefully let people know that they shouldn't join a network marketing company, regardless of somebody saying that they won 15 million, that they made, I mean, kind of, by scamming people, that they made $15 million or not. Anyways, there was one more thing that I wanted to share, and it was on Sarah Hill's story today. Today is July 8th. It was on Sarah Hill's story, and it's just really ironic. After everything that we've seen happen, I'm just going to leave you with Sarah Hill's post. And it says, staying ethical and protecting business practices for long-term sustainability is very important. And then she says, I've seen so much unethical business practice lately, and it won't end well. Well, it's a tale as old as time. I'm so proud to represent a brand that has a CEO who is just as laser focused on ethical business practice and sustainability. Chasing quick money will have you chasing money for the rest of your life. No buying people, no buying organizations, no bribing for people to stay. Transparent leadership, best products, best customer program, and comp plan is unmatched. The culture is unmatched. A level playing field. Moment of silence for how completely ignorant these leaders are. That's disgusting. The fact that she would say that. There's no way she doesn't know. And so, thank you, Sarah Hill, for being our champion and reminding us that you don't care about the people underneath you. So, if you're thinking about joining Monat in 2024, please don't. And we'll continue to watch this place crumble. So this company, we'll continue to watch the company crumble. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have more in store for you. I've got lots of stuff that I want to talk about. So thanks for joining me on my first video back since the wedding. And have the day you deserve. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.